This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. They too wicked, far too one-sided, underhanded. That is the frequent comment I hear. They too wicked, far too one-sided, underhanded. That is the frequent comment I hear. They too wicked, far too one-sided. Housing crack up mover, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley,
but they wouldn't sue the false paper screw.
I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry back. You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up mover, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley,
but they wouldn't sue the false paper screw.
I don't need more close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle
now.
Stop fooling the people.
Please.
The country taking a beating, so me plea are repeating.
Go.
They're like a natural disaster
now.
10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas
and tongue on the knees.
And I'm begging, go now, and I did warn we. Prophesy to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing, go now. This is my humble petition. Announce the date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff their pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess.
Before things fall apart and the riot starts.
Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later.
Yeah.
To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation.
Go.
To safeguard our image. Yeah. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas
and tongue on the knees.
And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rage me.
Go now.
They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing,
go now.
Please, Mrs. Kamla,
go now.
take Munilal and Sharma, go now, please. Them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma, and it was awful.
Gone through it to pull.
Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow
now.
Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire.
Now.
Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with pleading go now. Before we end in bankruptcy, before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm pleading go now. Immediately, and don't forget your age, go now, please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor starve to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case by the Privy Council, but the warriors is settled. You see, you could make a fortune filling up a lagoon. The environment is boost out its people too. Is why I want them go. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before because we start. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Tell Munilal and Suruj, it's best they seek refuge. Go.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get it Rowley.
But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw.
I don't need come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking and beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging go. Now we and I did one week.
Good afternoon, folks. Peace.
Big up the people in them gates.
My brother. You like to big up the people in
Big
them?
up people and see you big enough. Big them up.
I know. I suck at that. Vanessa Lagui, Ann Andrews, Errol Bonaparte, Jacinta Livingston, Kali Lilo, Caitlin Lilo, Mr. Watts, good afternoon to you, baby daddy. Press that like. Bigger Ford. You know Bigger Ford?
Yeah, big time.
You know Bigger Ford to them?
Yes, man.
All right,
big
so
time.
Bigger Ford day. Wallan Aquat. Angie Henry. Sunny Stars on Facebook. Mr. Musk. Gemma Warwood. Deborah Laborde. Marcia Marcel. Alban Harris. Put that one there. Notice. Some kind of names, you know. Notice, good afternoon. Sherian Collins. Errol Bonaparte. Who's here again? Christine Outley. Cindy Thomas. Is that Cindy Thomas or Cindy?
No.
That's a different Cindy?
Yeah.
All right, so good afternoon to you. Ingrid Bruce. I hope I say any people on them name right. You know.
Why is that hot?
Let me turn on this. Let me get all the girl. have feedback, please. Natalia John, good afternoon to you as well. Matthew Bowen, good afternoon. Claude Abraham, Miss Celestine, good afternoon to you as well. Jay, Ron Julian, you know Ron?
Nah.
Ron easy. Ron Julian. Sunny Stars. Well, the list just keep getting longer and longer. Like the more I big up, it's like you just keep pouring in.
I met somebody recently and they say I must give them a call. You know? So if you're listening, you know who I am thinking of.
Can't forget Caroline and family.
Christine Doran.
Yeah.
Anne.
Yeah. I thought it's somebody important to you.
And big up to the diaspora family.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Miss Ferguson, I can't forget Miss Ferguson. Good afternoon to you. And V, good afternoon to you.
We should have this very interesting discussion today.
Should be.
Independent Talk was on April 4, 2024. As I always say, Grenada is my constituency. Real FM is my parliament and the people's spokes. One alongside the Devon and Eagle today. Blessed and protected by the ancient of this. And Devon, I always say my purpose here is simply this. To bring facts to the people. They could fact check me because facts has only one side entirely for you. We're here to advocate for justice and truth. Justice delayed is justice denied. We're here to advocate for those who cannot do it for themselves, the weak, the marginalized, the poor, and the vulnerable. We're here to bring comfort to those who are bring hope by way of info. We're here to make those who are comfortable with this nonsense the government doing uncomfortable with information and facts. Real FM, new media, real media. Where shame is absent, anything could happen. Like the names they calling poor people children, comfortably, commoners, the good people, needy and greedy, classless, hungry mouth, beggy.
Commoners.
So only when always shame is absent. So then when we go cut and go through all the pieces what I got ready now. Now, Friday, we spoke on the issue with the fire victims in Shantimel and one of the victims in particular. And the utterances to him that they want to give him, he can't get help and so on. But we spoke of it here Friday and lo and behold, as the program finished, I got information where they call him and tell him they go help him. So you see the mama gives him? So if we didn't advocate for the guy, nothing would happen for him. And die tying in with the names they calling people. So when Joseph Andal referred to the good people of St. Patrick's West, maybe that man wasn't one of the good people. So we had to talk to the hatchet man today too. Then, first things first, I want to address Senator, the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette. Youth. Now you're frontish. You're doing like you're the representative for St. George Northwest. You're putting up placard or billboard, welcome to the Northwest. You want to have all function. Third son in the morning, you're turning like you're the representative. But I have news for you. And I have a challenge for you. The police woman house at born yesterday. I want to see how frontish you go be with her. Because frontish. You like an apron. My constituency referring to St. George's Northwest, but the people reject you. But my constituency. So your constituency, Jonathan Lacrette. The police woman house are born she more so live with her. And to see what you go do. Because I'll have a way of just thing. And I want to see the pictures of them. You are waiting to see the pictures of them. You go post with you standing up in the place. Because that's what I like to do. That's what I do in Shantimel. So I wait the pictures of them. And I wait to hear what you go give to a how you go help her. What assistance? Because you have food and drinks given up there free. The people say. Information reaching me that you have been function with free food and free drinks. I don't know. That's what the people say. But here is a case to put your action and show the people that you really care. Devon. Because you could have get money to put a billboard. Welcome to St. George's Northwest. The woman, the policewoman need assistance. So let me see. I want to see.
Who feels it knows it.
According to Black Wizard, I want to see. Yes, I want to see. Because all you pugnacious. All you want to do all kind of thing. You have names to call people mad black woman. I want to see.
You find out who more than black.
I want to see Devon. And while at it, let me give a piece of advice to you, Jonathan Lockett. A person who does not take advice, eventually you will pay the price. Who cannot hear go feel. And I had the same piece of advice for the Honorable Prime Minister. I had the same piece of advice for him. A person who does not take advice eventually go pay the price. Who cannot hear does feel. I say you was a good fella when I see so much people vote for you. Devon, where have all the critical thinkers in Grenada gone?
There's an old song. Where are all
The Rasta man who used to be down here in Babylon?
we used to be down here in Babylon? Where are all the commentators?
You know you taking it?
Good afternoon and welcome.
How you all doing? Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Amen.
Blessed
Quick.
afternoon.
Hey, blessings.
Master Carl. Devon,
Yes, my brother.
what you all doing?
Oh, we pretty fine. Hot,
Well, I
but
mean-
we good.
Well, I bring all the greetings. I just come from church.
Thank you very much.
We had a good day today and we lift up all you in service. I want to know something, Devon.
Thank you.
In terms of that 140 what go down to the south, what about that? Cabinet conclusion.
The cabinet conclusion, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear about that again.
As every other lie, you always dwindle away.
But this Prime Minister don't like so much, to for the people getting the money.
Who?
The CES program, remember the CES program, what they had? Just picking up the matter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they have a thing they call them, the builders, these builders they call them,
Yeah,
National Builders.
Builders Inc.
Yeah, they're picking up the matter. They don't live in the money just so.
No, that's poor people are doing that.
Yeah. Because remember he say how, when he, remember the Prime Minister said something about, I've just waste money. And after that, when he came into office, he just, the thing just flapped. And this Prime Minister has to stop lying. It's time. And speak the truth to union people. It's time to speak the truth. The truth will set you free.
The thing is,
Why you on the line for Grenadian people? You can't on Grenada, just say you can't make it.
when you start when you start the race, lying to people, you have to continue lying, because at some point in time, you have to keep on covering until you get caught.
But yes, because what is a liar, not a lawyer, a liar. Lying for Grenadian people. You say up to now, up to now, can you because not number cabinet again?
Like cabinet doesn't mean
140, what go on the road, there ain't nothing. And a lot of them believe that they turn back, they look in. As if the man saying something what is right. This man has to stop, man. This man just have this country just, people, I don't know how to say, I don't know. I'm frustrated, man. Frustrated on the planet.
Don't worry, let's stay focused.
You know what people are crying out to me, brother? You know people are crying out to me, and it's so sad. I say, you could help. I just can't. But it's sad, my brother. And you know they have the followers believing that the man doing a fantastic job. The man doing a great job. You have a nice day, man. God bless you.
All right, my friend.
Devon. Why? I want you. I want to hear you on this thing, Devon. And I know they're reacting to everything we see on the radio here.
Of course.
Because I will tell you why. 5 ministers went in Cuba. And they say when they come back, they're having press conference. But remember, we tell them here, when Rowley and them go and come back, they also have press conference.
Yeah.
So at least they listen to us and they taking their advice.
Okay, good advice.
Somebody say we give them too much advice. That we take the car.
We go cut back.
Country at stake.
We cut in back.
For my country, any sacrifice is not too hard to me.
Too hard to make.
Yeah, let me hear it. Take the car.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Devon.
Yes.
And let him not make trees. Yeah.
What are going?
Igwe.
Yes, sir.
My prayers go to the victim in Busheju. Because this lady make she first child is mine and I'm my first child. So my prayers go to them, and we're looking at to see.
Well, we have to do what we could do to help her too.
Yeah, we're looking at to see what the youth that would do for them. So my prayers go to.
And your house in Busheju, eh?
Yeah. Well, she and she son out the bond.
No, but your house in Busheju.
Yes.
Is your Chinese house in Busheju?
Yes.
By what?
Yes. And you have and the house.
You see anything happening?
Certain apartments are
Circling the whole
dedicated for
country.
canting fire, hurricane, and things like that.
Circling.
So let me see what Lackwet will do to the family.
Youth.
Yeah, youth. Yeah.
Before you go,
Yeah. Go on.
God, the ancient of days, you have a serious sense of humor, you know?
Every time.
Because that the same set of fellas them are saying them is man of God. Let we see.
Yes.
Let we see man of God in action.
Yeah.
They think it's just so.
Yes.
They think they could do poor people children what they want and get away just so. It's not me and you are dealing with them.
No.
The high man are dealing with them.
Yeah. I'll refer him as Allah God. Allah God.
I hope they know about what he do Nebuchadnezzar. I hope they don't play too proud.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if Lackwet was really pray. Thank you. So, well, you know, are they listening?
All right, blessings.
All right, my friend.
That's the one easy to you.
Well. Good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers. And so on again, welcome to yet another of our program.
So yeah, Devon.
You know?
That's because I want to tell you something and I want you to take. But they having a press conference today. But why things I need them to tell us about what confusion are going on among them? Because when men saying this next one do the same thing I do, which I don't know what they do, and they transfer him and they make me go. So tell us what's going on with Ron and Dennis and Andy.
Ron, Dennis, and Andy.
And tell us what's going on in How do you call it park in Grenville? About the park in Grenville?
Progress Park?
Victoria
Victoria Park. Tell us about what happened in Victoria Park.
And kind of go easy on my constituency, eh? Like my constituency.
I don't know.
Right,
We want
so,
to know.
And based on
So
what is
the
going
floor
on.
is yours now, Devon.
Yeah, based on what I
You had
there
a fire in Bongo Road early this morning too.
Bongo Road.
I don't know if that is Bongo. Mango Road. Mongo.
Oh,
Mongo Road.
Mongo Road. Where is that?
Somebody go call and
Somebody
tell
will call
us.
us and tell us. But anyhow, it's a concern, Master Carl, about, what is going on in my constituency. I am understanding that there is some real things going on in Victoria Park.
Discrepancies?
Yeah, discrepancies and who is vexed and here's money that involved, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we will seek, and it's my constituency, so nobody can tell me I cannot seek and find out what is going on. It affects me, it affects my children and the people in the surrounding area. We need to know, Mr. Prime Minister, as your land, what is the situation with Victoria Park concerning contractor and what, and we understand that you're mad smoking. It's not me say, it's the Iceman that say that.
And the Iceman doesn't speak without receipts, eh?
The Iceman always have his receipts. The Iceman don't open his mouth like that and just, So I want, you know what, Mr. Parliamentary Representative, Mr. Andrews, Lennox Andrews, please, sir, right, please, right, enlighten the persons about what is going on in Victoria Park. We understand thousands, tens of thousands of dollars was spent, may even be hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent to do renovation on that park. What is the situation with it?
And did the build a basketball court somewhere near in Grenville too? They're not in your constituency too?
Well, yes, the basketball court.
You want to know about that too? So the press conference coming
the
time?
Press conference, yes, so, and he's one of the ones that came out from Cuba too.
Yes.
So he's placed, both he and the Prime Minister, and we understand that this thing is about to explode. So before it explodes, Mr. Prime Minister and Mr. MP of Southwest, please clear the air. We really want to know what is going on. Because,
Ian, if you're listening, Ian, call me now. Ian, make your debut on the radio today and clear up this thing about some basketball court by the Methodist School of the Ian.
Yeah.
I don't want to give misinformation.
Django.
And if you know you have the information, Ian, just call and give me.
Django, and
let me inform the people.
Don't play that. You must know what's going on in Victoria Park. You're living right opposite. As you open your window, you're seeing the park right
Ian living?
There Ian living.
Ian, you need to call me.
Ian, call us Ian. We don't want to go on the air and say things that is not true. Right? We give you the opportunity.
So you have to tell us something about the basketball court and Victoria Park.
And Victoria
Ian.
Park. It is very important.
Because I know he's a guy, he's a truthful guy.
Yeah.
Even though when you're straight, you just come back in line and
thing. You're up front. Let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon, good afternoon.
Yes, my friend.
Master Kalu, good afternoon. 22 years, this government 20 years, the government in power. And I think the people who support them want to celebrate. They want to celebrate some achievement of the government in power. And when they look, I think the only thing they could think about this government paying salary.
No. The only achievement this government have, for the first time, they pay fortnightly pay on time.
On time.
So congratulations.
No, before time, not on time, before time.
But I will speak to that.
Right? They pay that. And all projects that this government doing, a project from the previous government. A project from the previous government. And what to do to continue the work of the previous government. So, it's probably what I'm saying, Brother Caligari. If they said that nothing and if they did nothing, and they had no new project. They still continue the project that they made there. So that just shows to the Ghanaian people, NMP. There were a lot of projects NMP had going, that NMP had going on. A lot of projects going on, right? But when you look at it, they have seen nothing. But when you look at they are the government of nothing. They are the government of nothing because this government is doing nothing except in doing continuing projects. That's what the government doing.
No, this is a government of take for myself, give my friends, my family, and my colleagues. So when we make one term, we pocket full.
Yeah, for that could be a project. Fully they pack with money.
That project take back.
And one next project, a project to lie. And the only thing I could see they could celebrate, this one could celebrate, lie. Who could lie the most? And they could celebrate by. What I want to say to the Ghanaian people, time longer than twice. And you have to do what is right by getting ready to vote as the government in public. And the government don't care about you, they only care about the pocket and the friend and the friend. So just have patience. NMP will be back to make you bring them back a smile in your face, where your family could rejoice because they know and the great people know. When you compare these two governments, when this party when governance, NMP is government with the stewardship and the leadership of Dr. Mitchell. Well, he's a leader with the solve problem. He don't create a problem. When you look at the President Prime Minister, I was here again like with the people on the port. I understand that they say they're having a protest Monday. But I also understand again, they say they keeping two persons, some of them, and some of them are to go. But if we say, if you want to develop, there is a Minister for Mobilization said, they'll put a cap on there. So you want to put a cap on there, we're keeping some people there. What else, Devon? I want to believe, and the greater people know that this government
have some people they want to move. Mm-hmm. But if they go and move, those people alone, they go look suspicious.
Exactly.
So they say better we say we moving everybody, but as soon as they move who they want to move, they forgetting that. And mark my words, you go see.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Alright? You want to move some, but they say they're going to move everybody because because I was talking some to develop, you cannot move some and keep some. You have to move everybody. That's my belief. So
all right, Colin.
All right, my friend.
Yeah, Devon.
No, I like now imagine the 6 to 48 months these group of politicians will come out present group of politicians, yes, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, but tens of millions of dollars has been squandered by this government, given in different ways like contracts, high paying salaries. Imagine a minister salary within 2 years move from $7,000 to almost $50,000. Issues that we have to continue to highlight. It is that this Development Bank is being squandered away into these guys' pockets. right? Illegal loans are being issued to them against the laws and regulation of the bank. Who is going to stop these guys? They continue. People. I'm appealing to the public workers. And the teachers. And so, who are out there in the front line, coming and enrich yourself, they will become millionaires on the gradient people in the shortest space of time. That is a record. And I will continue to raise that issue because it's the burning issue. Right? They continue to discriminate against the elderly and the poor, the disabled.
The young people.
The young people. What have they put in place in 2 years for the young people? It is a disgrace, but it's a concern. And if we do not pay attention to what is going on, Grenada is in serious, serious trouble. Right? And to our organization, the NNP, yes, we want to see the back of these guys, you know. But if we do not put our house in order, if we do not fall into the trap, if we continue to fall into the trap of these guys, continue to gossiping and throwing word against each other, we will fail and we will be doomed just like them. We are an organization that we have to stay focused. We have to ensure that we do things right and stay together, pull together, and prepare for the next general election, because the Grenadian people is depending on good leadership. And that is what NNP provides. Firm, stern leadership is what Grenada needs at this point in time. We must not run away from the task as supporters, as members. We must stop the bickering with each other. Yes, there will be issues that we have to deal with.
And we have to agree to disagree.
And we have to agree to disagree, Master Carl. But we must be mature and we must be tolerant with each other.
We have one common opponent.
One common opponent. And if we are not careful, we will destroy what we have. That uniqueness, that togetherness, we will destroy that. Right? We have a lot of work to do. We have the voters list to pay attention to. Right? We have to continue reorganizing and making sure the structures of our party is oil and function and ready.
The groups.
We have to do that. Yes, we will have disagreements along the way. But as an organization, we come too far.
We can't turn back now.
Can't turn back and to let that dream disappear. As I said, the Grenadian people is depending on good leadership. And that is what NNP provides.
And Devon, as you say that, this year will be the 48th year of the existence of the thing.
Exactly.
84 to now.
84 to now. Oh. December.
40 years, Igwe.
40 years.
So NNP is not a piece in the tail.
No, it's an
fly-by-night fringe party.
Yeah.
NNP older than a lot of us here.
Yeah.
The NNP is the real party. So Devon, and I would say this in a democracy. Not every time everybody go agree on the same thing, but once we come to a common understanding and we decide that's the way we go in, all man Jack have to get on board and follow that way.
Yes.
Because it is okay to say how you feel.
Of course.
But saying how you feel should not be with the intention to mash up or to break up. Because I may not agree with you, you may not agree with me, but at the end of the day, if we see Grenada, and it's Grenada time, and it's Grenada time, it's not about NNP or NDC time. And if we see Grenada, and if all of us believe that Grenada need to be rescued by the NNP, we have to act as such.
Have to.
And respect other person's opinion. And if they make our opinion based where facts is lacking, you see them now and say, hey, here's what. That's what it is and here is what. And let we argue to disagree. Instead of trying to outdo any person or so forth, because at the end of the day, we have to put the country first.
Yeah.
And if you put the country first, and you believe NNP is the party to take the country out of the present situation that NDC is putting, we have to act as such. Would I take the call?
Good afternoon, welcome.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Brother Devon. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon,
Master
my
Carl. Igwe.
Hey.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all.
Yes, bless.
How we doing? How we doing?
Hey, we good, man.
Day. We on the front line.
Are they firing on all cylinders?
Every
all?
Listen to this one. Every all. Get a fan every all. Listen to this. You know when people grabbing at straws, what has happened? Let's look for the shortest one, right?
Jonglin men does do that too.
Right. I am listening to programs, and I heard a lady say that she left Grenada in 1974. That is 50 years ago. You know. This lady said she only come back to Grenada this year, and she was 19 years. So that means she will be around 70 this year,
Yeah.
or whereabouts. And she say that she was never proud of Grenada before this year. You know.
Wow.
Master Carl.
But she's still not proud of Grenada.
She's still no proud.
That is how mindless we are and clueless we are. And I am not attacking people in the diaspora. But once you hear people saying this kind of nonsense, it shows you that they don't care about Grenada. They care about what they can get from Grenada at this point in time. If you have in your face, you hearing ministers taking money from GDB, clearly you're seeing that. Clearly you're seeing the chairman of the board is the treasurer of NDC. Clearly you're seeing known members of NDC on that board. Clearly you're seeing CBI agents' name associated with such. These things are there clearly. Now tell me in the last 9 years or 10 years under the NNP, which one of NNP ministers have you seen doing that? Which one? Name one. Name one.
Not challenge them. Tell them name half. Not no, hold on. Tell them name half. Make it easy for them.
Make it easy.
They try to chastise Miss Pierre. My God. The lady been so transparent. Very transparent to the audience. And all this see what's going on. Right? They still bypass that. You know what they're doing right now? They're going back now to Shrimp Farm and Briefcase and Rip Steiner. That they may go back.
No, we need to ask them about Molinier. Anything, just ask them about Molinier.
We want to go to.
No, we have to. No. Me and you before, when they ask certain questions, let me clear up the whole picture. Don't let me look out half. You want to know about Shrimp Farm? Tell me about Molinier.
Well, not about Molinier.
No, I don't give them hard work. I give them easy work.
Excellent farms. All these things, we can ask these questions. And if they figure we don't have receipts, I have briefcase of receipts to that. Let me tell you something. I haven't seen a minister of finance going wrong with envelopes giving it money. Until the unsuspecting eye who don't know. Folks, these people and them right now getting the procurement of the $10,000 for every constituency every month, including the NMP or the opposition MPs. Right? What they did, they got $30,000 in the first quarter because they added together. So don't feel when them men come like what I asked you now, like the Lacquette one in the Northwest. He is not a parliamentary rep. He was not elected. He was elected. So I'm asking the question: if he getting enough money too, because that to me would be corruption, right? I can understand Ron. Ron is still a member of parliament. Ron was elected, but I'm seeing a lady said Andrews Northeast. She's in all functions, and it seems to me like money spending. So I just want to know where these money is coming from for these people to be spending in constituencies, because I know they won't be spending from their salaries, because if they were spending from their salaries, how they pay back the loan that they go and take in GDP?
You ever hear about forensic auditing?
Yes, I know what it is.
All right, okay. I say no more.
And there's a certain prime minister right now that said he studied economics in school, and he said that Mr. Lennox Andrews taught him. I just want him to know, when you all finish what you all doing, just please leave Grenada and go, please, because whenever the NP come back in there, I'm begging you all to jail them. Have a good afternoon.
Have a good afternoon, Anthony too. And a blessed afternoon to all the guys listening from Tempe. Yeah, Antonito and Doggy and all you guys, you know, those in the south, and to all my diaspora
Let me give me a
friends and
minute.
so
Let me present my piece, Igwe.
Yeah.
Nothing to shout about. The idea caption of my piece today. The most special and delightful achievement for Grenadians these days is to receive salaries on time. Just this week, one of the supporters of the government boasted on Facebook and showered praises on the government because workers can't complain they got April half month on time. Igwe, the guy from Carrick want to line up the clip and for me. Can we go at him this? The fact is the government is obligated to remunerate those who have sweat and toiled for their bread. It is no favor that Deacon is doing and the Minister of Finance is doing when poor people try and receive their money twice a month. They don't do them no favor because it's same amount of money. A payment style that has caused more harm than good. The government does not even take the time to analyze the impact of this new methodology and how it has affected citizens' emotions, behaviors, and influenced their financial decision. This science is referred to as financial psychology. It explores the psychological factors behind financial choices, such as spending, saving, investing, and borrowing. One NDC supporter puts it best. It follows that when one belly is full, it becomes difficult to worry about the hungry. After all, with a 110% increase, they haven't mentioned that in salary, the weak, the vulnerable, and challenged. This analogy is sad but true. This newfound fake Christ and his followers have been busy offering that permeates Grenada. Notwithstanding how much we kick, scream, the powers that continue to mastermind the CBI program, now Investment Migration Agency IMA Grenada. I wish the name change will cause the government ministers to come clean and reveal the quantum of money they made personally over the last 18 months while presiding over the CBI applicants. That may seem trivial to some, but the thing is, you can't put a cat to watch cheese. These guys are busy making mucho dollars while we, the Yellow Party underdogs, catch ass. That's from a NDCP because they start to talk to me now, you know, Devon. They started to talk to me, boy. The ineptitude of this current government is so glaring that it's not funny. Imagine 5 ministers travel to Cuba the same time for the same cause. Is that really necessary? And if all of them was dying to see Havana, couldn't it be staggered over a period of time? They are behaving like a nothing to do government, throwing caution to the wind and frolicking. And by the way, who paid for the trip to Cuba, Devon? These Cubans must be having a good laugh at these never see comes. Meanwhile, the big hush on the much talk about gun violence. The old folks home on Fort George, police headquarters, is clueless after the utterances of the goodly Attorney General. One big boy say, how she expect thing go walk after she can't control she mouth? The RGPF focus now is to fast track young officers to fill the places of retirees while giving contract to more retirees. This business of fast tracking is another disaster waiting to happen. because everybody knows leadership and fast tracking is bitter enemies. Over the past year and a half, there has been 3 different sets of promotion. So it's either the persons promoted are a waste of time, or there is a mass exodus going on right now. As they say, is them green back that going, so the force is purging itself. Let them fast track, and then the truth of who sleeping with who will be revealed. The cameras are not sleeping just yet. The future look increasingly bleak under this government. It's time to change the change, Devon. Now, I just want to add that piece here. I'm not beating up on the CBI, Devon. It is unavoidable, whether green or yellow in charge. The focus should be on the unethical stance of the ministers being agents, Devon. That's my problem. So I want them to come clean.
Yes. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes. I heard a news clipping on Thursday. CBI program made $380 million 2023. And for the beginning of this year, of April, 160 million, and I haven't seen or heard about any project, any CBI project.
Where the money go? High paying salaries.
Remember they say you had an attack in
the monthly bill and them high.
Not only that. And they say you had some cyber thing to do. Maybe the money move.
Oh, so money coming and money moving?
Well, it had to be because we don't see the effect of the money. You
That's
seen anything the money do?
I clamor every day. Every day I get another program. I want to know where integrity in public life office is and who are the workers there. Listen, don't take this thing as a joke. We have to be serious with them. They're the ones to give us information. Because if you go in there, remember a few ministers they had some time for them to accumulate what they had to accumulate to bring in what they had to bring in integrity commission. Remember that? How come you didn't have nothing? And 2 years now and you're walking up to $1 million? How that happening there? How that happening there? Who's selling drugs in the ministry? Which one of the ministers selling drugs, or who is selling more passport than who? Hello?
We listening to you, man.
Listening? Listen, I heard the clipping, I tell you, So it's not a makeup thing, I tried to get it to send it for Master Carl, but when I look for it, I ain't get it again. But I'm looking for it still. $380 million US for 2023 CBI program. And as of April this year, the beginning of April, $260 million. That is a lot of money according to your representative Todd. A lot of money. The Prime Minister is there, a lot of money, and they don't want like plenty money. When they say things, I know only recording, me and recording nothing, And listening.
You're taking mental notes.
Of course. So when I come in, I know what I come in with. So,
all right, Carl.
They have their 5 years to work, they won't give it up. So just make sure they put things in place. So when they move in, they're talking about things. We are knocking them up far. They're not to go no way. When they make the turn, the same land they buy for the teaching hospital.
They might be there spending some time.
Listen, man, they had a hope veil in the revolution. We have in a Calivini when they finish. Have a good one.
Have a blessed evening, my friend. By the time they finish, there will be another 10.
Igwe. I just want 40 police going in. Whoa. Got a receipt right here. You know. From an ASP, you know. Come down to Constable.
40 is a lot.
Yeah. Let's take a break and come back here.
Yeah, take a look.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley.
But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw.
I don't need more close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging food now. Into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Another date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. And before the romance, we expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts, even in chutney I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later, to protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation, go to safeguard our image before Griffith cause more damage like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rich me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing, go now. Please, Mrs. Kamla, take Munila and Sharma, go now, please. Them and them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma, came face to face with the karma. And it was awful,
Gone through it to pull.
don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see that does follow.
Now,
Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example.
George done for Caracon Piggymatic for the last 3 years. I mean, some people may see some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Amongi. Something wrong with me. Well, let's deal with the things that we are doing. So I'm happy that you talked about this. I'm happy that you acknowledge that there's a lot of things that are happening in Carriacou and Petit Matnick. But for those who may seem to need glasses or may not know that there are a lot of things happening in Carriacou, maybe I could refresh some memories or probably just update as a way of updating the general public. We have several road projects that has been either completed or under construction. Whether it's the Bele Road project, which is a major road project connecting, that's our hospital, or mini emergency road to the hospital. We have the Brunswick roundabout widening, and of course drain development. We have the Power Station Road, which is, I know the villagers in that area in Carriacou, which is extremely happy with the road construction that has taken place there. The Leicester Solution Drain, the Haverville Road, the top and bottom Lawrencetown Road, the Mongello Road, the Granby Road, over 2,000 feet of road is being constructed in Petit Matnick, the Prospical Road, and I could continue about all the other roads that we're building. Point in Carriacou, that road project will start soon. Point Mount Pleasant Road will be starting soon. I believe next week, Monday, the construction will start. But roads, every government build roads, and we just...
I'm not going to boast or big up any MP for doing what they're supposed to do. It's not a favor that any MP is doing to their constituents for building roads. This is your responsibility. These are...
All right.
They want the hatchet man onto here.
Well, the hatchet man, he hatchet his own self.
It's also being Mongi right now.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Mongi.
By his utterances.
Hatcheting your own self. You see, these guys just talk. When you get there, and so it's a whole different ball game. You see, it's just the malice in them to see the progress that was going on before, and they hated it. Now they're in the shoes where they have to do things, and for the country, and listen to them, right? But I mean, they are sad.
Our partner just texts me. He's an NDC too, He said it's amazing how them just change them out.
Yeah.
From A to Z.
But you see, one thing that caused that is money, right? These guys have access to thousands of dollars every month to play with, almost $24,000. So even if they say garbage during the campaign, and he come back to buy them now, they don't care because they have money coming towards them. So they figured that could just bypass everything, That's...
Gates the body see. I understand the policewoman was supposed to get one of the apartments but was denied.
Wow. Who did
Rocco!
The pastor?
Youth!
I don't know, somebody, when I try to tell me, Masakale understand the policewoman was supposed to get one of the apartments, but was denied. So let's see. I want to see.
Oh yeah, well we go wait and see. Good afternoon to all the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, wherever you are, carrying out your duties. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello.
Hello, man.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bridgman. Briefer.
Yes. I really want to make sure. Because I didn't intend to call now, but I want to make sure. I want to make sure that what I will play there is what I hear.
I will play back again, before.
Because Tuesday gone, I was listening to the minister, and as sure as they hear the minister take fame for lots of food that was done in Carriacou, I sure he condemned Mr. Cox for saying that the normal thing of roads doing is what's happening. I sure hear that.
Not Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes,
Wednesday, sorry. And I want to know really if when he made that statement, because for him to make that statement and he has to send him to Monge. Well, who bringing him to Monge?
He just had to walk going Monge.
Well, yeah.
No, he send him.
No, but he big enough.
I could
actually walk going Monge.
I could ask his fellow minister.
The man don't know where Monge is. He can't walk with it.
No, you have a minister, what is the friend or what in charge of Monge?
Yes, you have a
But somebody had to bring him.
The minister in charge of Monge is the friend?
Yes.
Even though it's for half day and
You just have to tell her I need to go Monge.
And they in cabinet
even though
every
it's for
day.
half day.
As cabinet done. Because it doesn't have cabinet press brief. So your time just go Monge.
The man almost was trying to demand the host what the man that was hosting the program what question to ask him. He was telling him what he don't like and what he like.
Yeah.
On Wednesday gone, and for him to make that statement, I don't show that he really hear what he say. So I wish somebody carry him to Monday. Even give him half day there. I think it's good. It's good because he asked for it, and we shouldn't deny him what he asked for.
No, it's a democracy.
Yes, he asked for it. So if he asked to bring him to Monday, then they should. I hope that the Prime Minister recommends him to Monday because that's what he asked for. Secondly, I heard you reading something just now. Mr. Carl was reading something. And I kind of fall in love with a lot of things that you say there. But my concern is whether or not are we going to see the integrity in public life taking up those matters. Because I heard something about...
I intend to write them.
Right, well, you intend to. But I
will write them.
I heard some things taken up. They opened the cut ribbon Tuesday, sometime last week. I went for the recreation ground. And I remember before Miss Bain left, she said that they had plans for fixing the place because they had some mashing up and the stand and whatnot with cave-in. And she said that they will do some work there. So it's not a surprise that this government do it. Hats off to them if they did that work there. I see it on television, looking good. Hats off. But the fact that work was done there, if what you said have truth in it, that there is foul play or wrongdoing in government funds, I'm saying that it's time for some authority, somebody authority. I can't do it, I don't have that authority. Somebody authority, the opposition party. We know they don't answer questions when the opposition asks them, but we have to keep on asking the question because that is seriousness. I won't like to hear that statement made again on the radio and we don't investigate because this fellow them wouldn't answer. Even though you have a press conference and you ask them any press conference, they would jiggle around it. But you have an organization that can speak the integrity in public life. So I'm hoping that some relevant authority, like the opposition or so who have authority, I still can go and say that. I am hoping that some question is asked to the government about that. If what is said have any truth in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bridgman. You know, one of the most dangerous statement that our Prime Minister has made in previous months is the whole question of information need to know basis, you know, and the consequences of that is so enormous, right? Because when you're telling a people who you're supposed to be governing, right, who gave you the opportunity to take care of their affairs, but you turn around and tell them information concerning your affairs is need to know, then that's a recipe for disaster. The Prime Minister takes Grenadians for little children as his children or his pets, you know, disrespecting the Grenadian people as he goes along, right? I give you a job. You can't tell me information about that job is need to know. No? Come on.
Good afternoon. Yay.
I think I will sort of talk on it too because I'm not against Grenadians coming back home to live, but at the end of the day, seems to me a lot of Grenadians coming back home and they don't know the real truth of what happened in Grenada. They decide to slide the NDC, but I believe I think they were making a wrong way of going by
supporting the NDC in that kind of a way, because they don't resign here, but they're coming back home and live. I'm not against that, but they're supposed to hear and know I'm going on and stop this hypocrite. Thank you.
It's amazing, eh? That particular point. And
I met 3 gentlemen around the independence time. They came here and they admitted to me that they got a one-way ticket to come now. Well, they told me one of the requirements was proof that they registered. So, what the man tell me, Massacre, by what they does be telling us up there at Grenada, when they come down here, that ain't not true. I say, well, look at it, I never fight with you to tell you otherwise. I say, no, you see for yourself. So, the message that is spread in the diaspora, overseas, I should say, during the time of the NNP was just pure lies. And a lot of people bought into it until they see what's happening here.
But you see, too, some of us, as a people, as grown people, we play the fool too, you know. Yeah, I mean, just imagine that you're grown, you have education, you're big, you have sense, you have family in a country, you live in America and England and Canada for 30 and 40 years, and you go allow a group of politicians to tell you that your country is not developed, and just take their word for that. Call your family and ask them. Right? And stop behaving as if Grenada was back in the Stone Age and just in the spotlight 2 years ago. Stop that foolishness. Grenada has been developing for years now. The amount of development that came to this country is amazing. You have a group of politicians who are in office together with their surrogates, and so trying to convince people that nothing has gone on in Grenada since after the revolution.
Yeah, when I look at things,
that is so idiotic.
From a particular angle, Igwe, and person's actions and what they say, others try to mirror it. When the Prime Minister informed the nation, information will be on a need-to-know basis. I try to find out why is he saying that. And then Independence 2024, it all came back to me, Devon. The Prime Minister attended the session with a sash. Dictators wish us. So dictators determine what they tell and what they don't tell them. So when he say on a need-to-know basis and I see you were in a sash independence, they say, oh no, the guy knew what he was saying because he intended to, or he wants to be a would-be dictator who tells the people when, how, and why on his time. He's in charge. He went in St. Lucia and he said some people had power and they didn't know how to use it. So all what he does, Devon, he says it. He says what comes from deep within. And that is why the NNP as an organization and not only NNP, who love Grenada, the silent majority, ought to be there and understand what here is at play. Devon said it. $14,000 or $15,000 for ministers, and government MPs continue to get $10,000 extra for doing nothing. So, what have we seen, Devon, in the last 22 months to give credence or to make the increase in monies for the MPs make sense? To put it simple, are we getting value for money, Devon?
Hell no. Hell no. Only a set of photos, photo ops, lying, and all these sort of things. We are not getting value for money. Even with the projects that are going on. You don't realize that every single project that has been opened by this present government, they cannot boast about it because the money was already allocated for it. The project was already on stream. They're just fortunate where they can open it and everything like that and try to get something out of it, but they wouldn't be proud of it. It's a Grenadian project. It's something that will benefit the people. And so, but they have not done anything. What have they done so far to earn that amount of money that they are working for presently? Right? Over 100% increase in salary for politicians who had no experience at all. Not even a month experience in government. As you come in, you raise your salary by 100%. And we as Grenadians sit down here like dummies sometimes. You know? Some of us, we sit down like dummies and so on, and just watching this thing go down and say, oh, damn, and that used to happen in the last government, and this used to happen. Let us focus on what is going on right now in our country. The pilfering by these ministers and their supporters in government, the Grenada Development Bank, and I will continue to talk about this until something is being done. These guys are a bunch of corrupted politicians, right, interfering with the livelihoods of the Grenadian people.
But I never see corruption so brazen, you know, Devon.
Right in the eyes.
They used to say about corruption with NNP, but there was a talk.
But that was only talk.
But now, the evidence is clear.
Well, I cannot understand.
I tell you, NNP did nothing with that.
Look at what is going on. Corruption. I mean, blatant corruption. But you know what? I go dig and find out what's going on in Victoria Park. Yeah.
And the basketball court by
and the basketball court. And I go try to find out who is that director. That chairman of a board of directors.
So my words to the director, don't worry what them rude boys go say director. Don't drink park water, don't drink Babandi.
Do your thing.
Don't take advantage on poor people children. It's not good.
He go come back and haunt you.
Grenada is a very small island. The government is way too big, way too bureaucratic, way too inflexible, and doesn't get anything done. That's the truth. It doesn't get anything done. And you hear about the millions and the millions every year. I mean, I think what 19 million was allocated for PT Martinique and Carriacou in the last budget cycle. So it's 8 months now. Where is the 19 million? Right? Where's the evidence of the 19 million?
But I could tell the Prime Minister, where is the evidence of what has been done with that 100 million US dollars that you took from Saudi Arabia?
Your press conference so you could tell us.
Where is it? Where is the evidence? Show us the receipt. Practical, show us on the ground what is being done by all the money that you came to Parliament and asked for. You know, bring the receipt for us. Be brave. But then again, you shut up the church in early times and tell them church and state is separate from ever since. And the church so thing with itself now, all of them shut up. They zip them out and don't want to put you in your place. You know, because you consider other people as children to you. But again, in St. Lucia, you said, the last NDC administration, Brother Tillman Thomas and Nazim Bok and them had power and never know how to use it. You are demonstrating to them how to use the power to enrich your ministers, to stay in a house costing over $20,000 a month. You are going to show them how to use that power. You are going to dive in and let your ministers dive into development bank and take millions of dollars. Yes, you are going to show them how to use power.
And you speak of development bank there, and listen to this. You see, these guys and them, where shame is absent, anything could happen. One of the reasons given for the acting Prime Minister getting the money in the Grenada Development Bank was to pay off people he owe for a business hotspot.
Hotspot, yes. That's one of the reasons.
So hotspot was a failure.
Big time.
Hotspot had things bouncing like bounce a ball.
But he said to them.
There were certain persons who believe or who give information and say certain things used to move from this port without legitimately living there for hotspot. What them say, I don't know. But after all this thing about hotspot, and persons give information to suggest that they used to rob up best before dates on goods, all that is out there. And it's not me that say it. The same gentleman was in a church.
Confessing.
And he put his hands in the air.
And ask for forgiveness. I ain't blame him.
He do like him, how they call it, fella in the mask, Jim Carrey. I did it. Yeah. What you gonna do with me now? What you gonna do with me now? I did it. So, I just take a stroll there, man. So I was browsing Facebook today. And I see the same guy. And listen what he write on his own thing. It's the hot spot in me. I can't help. So the guy don't change it.
No, you go change. It's the hot
all
spot.
This stupidness also happening as spot. The guy just say on the thing, it's the hot spot in me. I cannot help.
Can't help yourself.
Same guy what show up here in the church and say I should peel for. Yeah. The same guy, information suggests you should rob up Best Buy did. The same person allegedly that goods move from the port illegally. The guy say what? He telling the Ghanaian public, but we don't listening, Devon. He say it's the hot spot in me. I can't help. So the guy don't change.
The hot spot in me.
The guy don't change.
I have a call on the WhatsApp.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
What going on?
What are going on, youth?
Montreat.
What you are going on? Well, I'm passing down the east side every morning. They mind us pulling some people to watch our whole building, and that's just down there, Like West Money, man. Along the car and I just get my watching seat. Like West Money, man. How you doing, man?
Aye.
Enough respect.
So, let me answer the Prime Minister now. He say, the government is way too big. Nothing gets done. But as he come, he add 2 ministries in. 2. He add MIT, Ministry of Mischief.
And the Monge Hospital.
And the Monge Hospital. And the same man say, government too big, but he make it bigger.
And the salaries that they paying.
But once you make government bigger, more monies.
Of course.
And listen this. When the NNP was there, we had growth almost 6%. And we didn't have to pay all these monies they pay in to the ministers and to the added ministries. You hear this? So, more monies that to go out, but less money is coming in. What has happened? They are bankrupt and what has happened?
Yeah, man.
And when you see that people saying you don't like the government, how you could do like the government?
They running the government like hotspot.
But I tell them a rum shop running better than this government because when the rum done, you go and buy 2 bottles of rum.
Charge it up.
And you sell again, but the government, you have to have plans and program. And there is no plans and program for capital projects which drive the economies and create jobs.
None. Only for themselves. The millions.
And chatters on the street say, the thing, the CBI or changing name, start to buy along like Baji.
I tell you this.
It's like a Ponzi.
Don't worry, the CBI going down. I'll go here.
He start to buy along like Baji. They say maybe 100 and something now, apart from the Russians and them. Let's take the call, Igwe.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to Zimbabwe, Devon and Mr. Carl, and good afternoon to Grenada, Karakupiti Masnika, and all the people are listening abroad. How are you all doing?
Good,
I just
good,
called for a favor. I'm trying to kill the fire by me house money, Not far from me, just a few houses. In the fire, I don't have no light. The light not coming on. And I'm afraid to go in the thing to see if it's cheap or whatever. I don't know about that. So I'm calling on baby daddy in Happy Lake.
Oh, they come and check you.
No, he have a guy who does work for me, but what happened, his phone not working. I calling the phone not working. But the guy living there, my baby daddy up there, so baby daddy feel listening. Could you please just step out or send a message for Faith and tell him to come and check the thing for me? I have currently in the house.
Perhaps the breaker he trip off.
Right, that is what you talking about there, one.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to touch, and I don't go in and touch nothing for things to help me.
Yeah.
No, don't laugh.
No, I ain't laughing. I just laugh at how you say it.
Yes, I ain't going and touch nothing. This man does work with me. Faith is the name.
Yes, that is an electrician's job.
Yes, you gotta do all me wine and thing. If I anything, I just call him. And he's supposed to come this morning to fix a light, to put on a sensor light. He has to come and change a bulb. But I ain't getting in touch with him. So, baby daddy living up there, and I cannot, if I have transport, I don't go and check him. No bus run in on a Sunday. So, baby daddy, I know you're listening to the program now. You could try and get in touch with Faith or tell your brother, Mr. Kenny. Your brother is there. If you don't see, tell Kenny to tell him, come and check on the light one, because I can't last light and I don't want me to burn down drop as Stephen burn me out. I don't want to light no candles tonight.
Baby daddy, we hope you're listening.
Yeah. So tell Faith, explain to him, tell him, come and check the thing for me, please.
Yeah. It's an emergency.
Yeah, it's an emergency. Please, because I thought my own boy come and kill me inside and rape me.
You alone living for
But
yourself.
you hold this in that.
Yeah.
I don't afraid, you know.
That's
but
not good.
I need me light.
Yeah, that's not good.
You know? Yeah. Yes. And I'm listening to you all.
All right, my dear.
And the next thing before I go, I want some of the people in the tongue of St. George's, in River Road especially, River Road and Dabo area. My daughter's husband lost his life. And I would like you all to leave, stop saying anything you all saying. Let she mourn for she husband. Please, let she mourn. This is not a time to be talking about this and talking about the negative things you all saying. Leave the lady, leave me and my daughter and she family to mourn for Richard. Because Richard has loved his human. They both love each other. So we need, you take it easy. He might not bury yet. Stop this kind of negative things all you going around saying. It's not good, me that massacre.
Hey.
Every 2 days, every minute, me daughter falling down. The doctor had to go and look for her. They had to bring her in the hospital. Because the way he died, we can get grip to that. And they said all kind of dirty things. I'm warning y'all. Stop the kind of thing. Let the lady mourn for she husband. Leave her let she born. Leave her. That is not the time for that. In Grenada, stop it. Some of them in America and wherever too. Stop it. That is not the time. Let the lady mourn for she husband. Please. That man was not a confusion maker. He was very quiet, easy man. You hear?
So
I would like y'all to do me a favor, please. Because I'm my child and I don't like, I am a boss. And I hear a man and a woman running them out. And a boss, you know. And I ain't say nothing. First time I don't answer somebody. A shock. So I just want him to leave her let she mourn. Leave her let me mourn for Richard. He was a darling.
Oh, yes.
Have a good day, Grenada, and I hope all you hear. And who here tell the others. Miss Kami say, let the lady mourn for she husband. All right?
All right.
Have a good day.
Enough
And
respect.
Dr. Mitchell, wherever you are, sir, good afternoon.
Blessings.
Afternoon, sir. A whole family lost their home. Not far from me. Brother and sister and mother, everybody. Yeah. Have a good evening.
Okay, Bless. Yes.
Chat out on the street say, hotspot selling from a Rav. Well, that's the my ministerial complex.
Oh, Rav.
But if you go get saltfish and cheese and things
last year.
from a Rav.
Who driving the Rav?
I don't know.
How all you know the hotspot as the Rav?
I tell you what they say.
I'm even like Clifford now.
There's information to suggest, I don't know.
Chat out of the street.
But the information say is hotspot Rafu.
Yes.
100%.
The guy say you can't take hotspot from him.
Yeah, it's a hot spot in him. So you will be all around. And if you notice a significant thing that is going on in the government, you notice for the last couple of months, every time the Prime Minister leaves, hot spot in the hot seat. every time the Prime Minister leaves this country, his acting is hotspot. He leaving out everybody else because apparently he has that confidence.
Dealing with the business.
He put the hotspot in a precarious position. Yeah. Hotspot can't do nothing.
Yeah, he can. He grab him by the cojones. Yeah. But then again, what's in the dark always comes to the light. You know? And we as crusaders, crusading for the people of this country, bringing their awareness, continue to bring the awareness of the atrocities. And I say atrocities not loosely, right? Because we see it every day.
Let's
take that call.
Let's take it.
Yeah. We see what is going on every day. We see the effect that is having on the population. Look at the prices in our supermarket. Let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. The acting Prime Minister have a road gang running.
You have a road...
deep in Granite, all over, all about the... You have a road gang running right now.
They selling thing?
No, they're running. They're trimming trees. They're doing the road work.
Okay.
Then they're doing the road work. You have a gang running. They're working on Sunday and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what's going on, you know. The acting Prime Minister have a gang, so that's why road work, people can't get no work to do.
Contract for the boys.
Yeah,
let the boys eat.
100,000 contract. All right, my friend. And you know what I'm noticing moving through St. Andrews? I'm noticing on the eastern corridor that the Sargassum seaweed is back with us again.
And real bad now, eh?
And look, but even hear what I'm saying now.
Bad now, eh?
I am seeing a number of gangs right around the Subies area doing work. I'm wondering who is getting that big contract. You remember during the reign of the NNP, when the average persons in the constituency would have been employed doing that work. Now you have a contractor,
doing the work.
Big contractor doing the work. Yeah, I want to know who.
National Democratic Congress intends to tackle the Sargassum problem that has plagued the East Coast
and the clapping for everything.
For the last several years.
But them vex.
It affects the town of Grenville. It affects most of the East Coast.
You know, and let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah, Devon.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, I get you to face me. He say go check in a while.
Okay.
All right, nice.
One love.
All right.
All right, my brother. One love.
Okay then.
Good.
Don't go there. We have next one on the WhatsApp.
Close to the guy.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm listening to the program and I heard Kami Sply. And I live close to the guy. So I call him. And he says as soon as he finishes eat, he will go to her.
All right.
Wonderful.
Right. Miss Kami, you get a message.
So
she get a message.
Thank you very much.
All right then.
All right. One love. This is how we do it.
See how radio does move?
Yes.
Not radio,
this is how
New media.
we do.
New media.
Yes.
Real media.
Yes, this is how we do it. And Grenada, we are in a peculiar position, right? We need to pay attention on what is going on, especially with the group that is running this country.
Listen. Our school child just tell me the others of them say they're afraid to lead. So he put in Andy. Them others and they afraid that position.
So and your belly and guts.
All right.
Your belly and guts. You understand? So he taking the front. Well, Master Carl, what happened to your parliamentary representative? What he drink out the work out?
Hey. Mr. Prominent?
Mr. Finance Minister. But
that is why the press conference today, because chatters on the street keep saying that Ron, that what they say, there's information to suggest that Ron say he not a CBI agent.
Yes.
And other persons do the same thing like him, and they just transfer them, but they make he go. So that one question I want to ask.
So what did Ron do, boy?
I don't know. So they say something about Molyneux and contractor. I don't know.
Oh.
So I want them to address that in the press brief on the airport 3 o'clock.
All right. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Master Call and Igwe and Devon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
I didn't want to call today, but I heard lies continue. What I want to find out, I want to know if a government win by lies and want to end up ruling by lies.
They can't change.
Because the gentleman who is acting still the absence of the Prime Minister and trying to lie to people, to the nation, sorry. You know what he said? They said, Project Wash, and the other project is two different projects. The building of the toilet is two different projects. Because he wanted to tell the nation that the previous government built a number of toilets and bathrooms for people, and the people have no access to water. Number one, I don't believe that. He said people have no access to any water, and they was given a bathroom and toilet. This is what I heard him say to a political opportunist. Kerry Paris, I wish they could have been vocal like you all have a program where we could have been calling. I would have make him know all the good things he used to say about Dr. Mitchell, but you know, the program is just for
Who said that?
Itself.
Terry.
And we're still waiting for it to unmask the mask man, and he cannot make a move. He's a political, but we cannot get to reply to them like how we're replying to you all, and how you give people a chance to say what they want to say in their own opinion. The program is different. He also said that the NLP have people just running down this present administration. I want Andy to send his activists who he himself come and say what is not true. Come on radio and tell the nation what you are saying is not true. Say it in the correct way. I spoke to activists last night. He said, we're not answering. We're not answering what I want to say. So what is silence? You know what people say, silence is consent, so that means you agree. Agreed all what is being said on this program. So then why saying about we running down the government? You agree with everything because you remain silent. He said the leader not answering and members of the party not answering. Is only one gentleman on Mr. Pierre program just come in and say, are you lying? Are you lying? But he cannot, when Mr. Pierre hold him to ask him, well, just state what is like. He just cut off. So that is proposition. Want them to challenge your program and tell you where you make a mistake with what you say. I want them to challenge Sheldon Scott. I want them to challenge Mr. Pierre. Up to now, I cannot hear anyone. So I want to tell them they cannot expect to continue. Yes, they tell the best lie. Who tell the best lie wins? Expect to continue to rule by lie. I want Grenadians to listen to that. And I'm going to keep appealing to the nation. Stop listening to the lies. Now is not time for that. Now it's time for implementation, not lie anymore. Thank you.
Devon. So,
Logo. Next one.
All right, thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, Devon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Hey, Master Carl.
You are going.
And Igwe. All right. Hey, the government, you know, presently, their policy is what bothers me. You know they're paying a certain activist.
They do not?
Motivational speaker to go around and have motivational speak to civil servants in different ministries. And part of his motivational speaking is to tell the civil servants who they should vote for and who they shouldn't vote for. You shouldn't vote for an 80-something-year-old man. and to tell them for the last how much years Grenada was not had no development. That is part of the NDC strategy. And they use this man who call us all kind of names, who look down.
When a man doing that now?
Yes, and spitting down at the Grenadian people when he talk. And they are paying him thousands of dollars to go and tell Grenadian people in certain categories, civil servants, who they should vote for in his motivational speech and telling them about the state of Grenada. I find this government, something really wrong with them. And they talk about democracy. They talk about civil servant rights and all kind of things. But that is an abuse to take civil servants and put them in a room to hear a man like that. Because people is of different opinion, different political opinion, even though they might be quiet. And to hear that man stand up and giving them these kind of statements, it's an insult to them. They sit down, they're quiet. They can't say nothing because they get hooked in the thing. But they realize that this man come and insult them. He's not motivating them to work. When you go and telling people who to vote for and Grenada and Singapore, you don't compare Grenada with Singapore. The policy that Singapore took to reach where it reached today, the amount of people that was sacrificed for that policy to go forward. My brother, we never hear about what happened in Singapore, the truth about Singapore. Or we hear about the development. You think you could take 100,000 people and turn them into that, just so? These people is a set of sick people, and they're paying their parties thousands of dollars to go around and having these motivational speech.
Greater money is theirs.
This government is rotten, and what they're doing is not right. And you're not hearing the union saying nothing. You're not hearing Redberry saying nothing. We're not hearing none of them guys talking about this nonsense.
May they coming up. May they coming up, we will listen to them.
Nothing. They are not saying. They are just allowing this thing to go on. But if the NNP had done that and put certain motivational speakers to try to indoctrinate the civil servants into such a nonsense, you'd have heard them to say this is the worst government violating the workers' rights and all these kind of things. But you're not hearing them saying anything. You're not hearing the union saying anything. We are calling on the government to stop this nonsense. And
Utter nonsense.
They have as motivational speaker. This guy has failed the Grenadian people already.
Call people classless.
Hungry mouth.
He has cost the Grenadian people. He has insulted the Grenadian people so bad that he don't own this right to stand up in front of no crowd of civil servants to speak to them anymore. He had to come in River Road and repent. And, you know, it is...
And not just repenting, you have to kill pity, not me, you have to lie down on the back.
And you know, the same place did a scorn MasterCard. And when some people looking for a girlfriend and a boyfriend, you know, he's in River Road, they just come for him.
Yeah.
Same people, you know. It's so crazy, boy. These people are so easy.
Especially boyfriend.
That needs to stop. That shouldn't be a government policy, and it shouldn't be a practicing policy of the government to pay motivational speaker to go and try to tell who to vote for. That is a cardinal sin, and that should be off the table.
Before you leave, can you update us on the situation that is going on with the particular market where you have persons conning persons for boot and so? You have any update on that?
That market thing does always make me laugh. I will say, you know, I remember during the election, the lady take a truck, a DJ truck, and she went around the constituency, and she telling people, all who is righteous, all who is sinners, all who is thieves, and all who is unrighteous, and who shouldn't be there and who shouldn't be there. Party came in office, And as a result, she automatically come in charge of Tongue. She's a caretaker for Tongue. But whatever they do, and whatever they put in the market, start to spoil. Men was promised and women was promised, but money was taken from them. The charter said money was taken from them. 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,200. Not one or two persons, but many persons was conned for over a boot. And when the people decide they're asking for their boot now, no boot. So when the people start to call, I understand the caretaker start to refuse to take calls. And some of our surrogates maybe tell her about it. Look, what's going on in the market is a time bomb. And they try their best to suppress it. Well, I understand the person is no longer there in the market. That person is no longer working in the market again. So I understand it's a new man that come there now.
All right.
But that person cons so many people. So many tricks. Even people in the diaspora were conned. Even people in the diaspora, they con these people. They have the righteous people. The people who they were bringing was the good people. The righteous people. But it seems like the good and righteous people they bring.
The good people?
The good people start to con people. The good people start to rob. That is one of the worst scandals that ever passed. That's in the market and it is well covered up. It is hidden. It is suppressed. That market scandal. So I asked the other morning on a radio program that goodly lady take the truck and go back around the constituency and explain to the constituents what went on in the market. Tell us the truth. Don't suppress it and hide. Tell us the truth. Because you knew all who was righteous, all who was NMP people that was corrupt, which you don't know in your own camp who is calling who. But what went on in the market, I think we have a change of the guard because of that corner.
So we shall monitor.
Keep monitoring.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What happened in the market today, man?
Well,
Comes.
Tatawi.
Tata.
And you go explore, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right? Because
dealing with fishermen and vendors.
Yeah, the information is there. Vendors don't hide things from each other because as they start to argue with each other, that's it. It's out. That is what will happen in Victoria Park just now. Victoria Park, Grenville. Yeah, I will be joking and waiting.
They say they move the press conference.
They move it
to 7 p.m. They want journalists come down in the night.
Oh, people go come down in the night.
So, the Samoa argument had to sign. None of them go.
Nope.
Prime Minister, the Minister for Foreign Affairs was in a press conference live.
Trouble in the camp.
But now, they have to sign some memorandum in Cuba. 5 have to go.
5 have to go.
And bring 2 PT up there.
Well, you know, next thing he come back with 5 Cuban and a new
Well,
government.
I understand the difference in prime ministers and governments, right? Is that Gonzalez go up there too, bring up a truckload of food and thing, Them go up and bring 2 photos.
Yeah.
One of Morris Bishop. Them Cubans have 1 million photos of Morris Bishop and one of him.
They know Morris very well.
Well, I don't understand. Morris is a king in Cuba.
In Cuba, yes.
And listen to this. There you go.
Let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hey, afternoon, Devon. I had to call back again.
Yes, ma'am.
Master Carl, I had sent you a video, Master Carl. Did you watch the video?
What are you
Like I said,
I will watch it.
No, right. So here's what the same Attorney General that bring forth a bill, Ms. Claudette Joseph, this gun amnesty thing, and she bring forth recommendation and such. I want she to watch that video and tell me what she's going to do with it, because it clearly states that just a mere 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that bill was passed, you see some people like they film a video and they go say, "Oh, it's creatives." Nothing wrong with the video, but we know the implications of
video,
what such videos.
Where man running down,
what can happen?
where man driving recklessly with gun and thing.
Exactly. You understand?
That is the same
And
one
that
who
is the
send
reason
me.
why.
Because someone sent me down all
Yeah,
year on,
man.
you know.
Right, good. So let me tell you something. That's the reason why I'm telling our people, our NMP supporters in the diaspora, and most of all those here, I always advocate for us to listen to all the programs, because what has happened when these people say things, we just seldomly want to believe. And I try to explain to people, to understand what's happening here, you have to understand what these people are saying. The same guy, the same motivational speaker, I am listening to him right now. And I am disappointed. I'm glad my partner revered Benito, because that's what has happened. When you're telling people to listen, no, I ain't going to listen to them. You can't actually hear them. Listen to them. The art of war is understanding your enemy and your enemy's position. This election that's coming up next time will be a social media election. It wouldn't be an election on the ground. It's who can lie the most. And what they're going to say, they're going to say that most of the stuff that we played is generated by AI. Mark my words. That is what they're going to say. So here's the reason why Brother Tevin and King Karaku, when he was saying these things, I was just looking back and marveling, because I know what he said already, and I will know what he's going to say. So it makes no surprise to me when he's saying no. Today, for instance, the acting prime minister, I listened to him. I listened to what he's saying, and I had to laugh.
Yeah, I can sound like Radiant.
No, it can. They're taking your voice, and it's something. They're taking your voice. Trust me, AI gets dread right now. Right now, AI is actually recreating everything right now. Right now, well, I mean, Gates, you know.
Yeah,
them men will create concerts.
But it can sound like a Radiant. You must sketch it.
Well,
you know in the robots when you hear the robots. You could clone the voice.
By the next 3 years, you never know technology develop and adapt. What I'm saying to folks, listen to what is happening on social media, because that is where the men have the biggest facts of distraction. You see a man going with a van load of food, and I give it hampers, and that's what they're doing. They're going to the neighborhood with envelope of money, that one doing road and all kind of nonsense. This is what the men doing to distract people and to the diaspora folks who don't live here. Yes, you could be a Grenadian. And I'm talking to both NDC, both parties, NMP and NDC. If you all don't know what's going on in Grenada, you can tell me you live 50 odd years in America and want to know what's going on in Grenada. I want to come and vote next election because you like a man. Understand what you're doing for us, because your country that you're living in right now, that you have, what you call, you can say you're staying in now. All you have all your own problems. Deal with your problems. Deal with Biden and Trump. We have our problems here that we develop on our own, and they're making it worse. And you see what's going on with the same press conference?
Before you go, is a man on the ball. You could tell me 3 things what Dick and Mitchell lie to the Ghanaian public about? Only 3.
You go build 500 Ghanaian style houses in the first year. You go bring the net for Sagazam. What you say you go do again? You go build a hospital in less than 5 years? Well,
what's all 12 months? Make everybody permanent.
You go legalize the marijuana. 12 months, you go get rid of contract work. All these things. I mean, there's too much.
So those things are lies.
Well, the thing is, they could be construed as lies or misconception or deception. Either one. But
Anthony, so you just be nice to the guy. The guy lie on the 140 on the cabinet conclusion. The guy lie about the unions coming to him. He lie when he say he gonna make it by the stroke of a pen. That not misconstrued, that lies.
The cabinet conclusion, one I can understand, it cannot disclose that one because it is a private document.
He cannot disclose, and they could have disclosed those with seed on them. Why are you trying on?
So that was just mischief.
And why did he quote it? Why when they talking about seed, they quoting cabinet conclusions, but they can't quote this one? Anthony, what are them men doing that shit when he said them there?
No. Master Carl, there's nobody more than me that hear these guys to that tea. So trust me, I want to see them gone. I want to say gone in jail and gone out of Grenada. Have a good afternoon.
Somebody, before you go, Anthony,
tell me.
Is Grenada governed by a prime minister or a minister in his prime?
The latter.
I
don't know how to put me in trouble. You're a straight man.
Yeah. The latter. Anthony is straight, so you can't go in trouble.
Antonito is straight.
Let me tell you what.
Antonito is
Let me tell you
straight.
one thing. I don't.
Antonito is
Very
straight.
Very straight. Let me tell you
Right.
something. I doesn't fascinate on man and they online every night talking about a man and posting about man and most honorable and have a good afternoon.
All right.
Oh God. Oh my God.
So I don't know a lot of things.
The most mishonorable.
Watch.
The most dishonorable Deacon Mitchell. I'm not afraid to say that. He's my prime minister, but he's dishonorable because he continued to lie for the Grenadian people.
The police say that in Goa police station, some officers purporting to be from the Ministry of Finance, from the Chancellor of the Exchequer, came and asked them what is affecting them and what they need to help motivate them.
They get back the Wi-Fi yet?
The Wi-Fi come back?
I don't know if they get the Wi-Fi.
Or they still have to pay for it?
I could find out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Samoa agreement which would affect how Europe deal with Grenada. They can't find time to go in. But they could go in Cuba, 5 of them and sign MOU.
5 of them for 2 days.
And bring Peter.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
That is so disgusting.
And to tell Cuba the importance of relations with Grenada and Cuba.
Oh my God. That is so. Ambassador Glenn Noel, I hope you're in the industry. You're supposed to have more experience and to lead these guys, but only they listening to you. Because you is an expert on Cuba and this kind of thing.
And we continue to speak about the challenges faced by the students in Cuba, not now. But they just find it convenient now.
Yes. But my whole thing about it is the photos.
We want to know if a mutiny is imminent.
Mr. Telesford.
So I want somebody call the station and tell us, is Grenada governed by a prime minister or a minister in his prime? I want to know. Yes, let me take it.
Prime time. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Boy, give on all your thanks, boy.
You're welcome.
Thumbs up to that. Thumbs up to that program. Look at the man here. Me like come back to there and me like come back over town.
This is how we do.
Yes. They can't stop Independent Talk.
They can't stop us.
They can't stop Independent Talk.
Yes. It's a program
right
for the
there
people.
now. Me like come back. There I look, man. Yes. And thanks to everybody that is concerned.
All right, Tommy.
Blessings.
All right.
Take care. Have a good evening. Yeah, and I mean, there are so much concerns that our people are going through. But you know, few people are speaking. And who are speaking is being attacked.
But they're afraid to speak.
Well, yes, because they are being attacked by some bulldogs on radio and on social media.
Oh, finger go strike.
You understand? Before you open your mouth, they want to jump at you and call you all kind of ball. It must come.
They say the Wi-Fi don't go off yet.
You don't reach in go off yet?
No.
Okay, well, right. But you come in then. Yeah. I'm appealing to my Grenadian brothers and sisters. If something affects you, speak about it. Do not stay and catch a stroke or catch heart attack because you're holding something that affecting you and your family. These guys in studying you all, you know. They pay to almost thousands of dollars every month. They're laughing, they're getting fat. While we have our senior citizens, our school children, our youth seeing trouble. For 22 months, this government is in office and not one program they have put aside for the young people of this country. What you all want them to do? My God.
You cannot tell me that you care about the persons who you work with if you put them in a position where they are unable to get a mortgage, they are unable to buy a car, because you are giving them deliberately 6-month and 12-month contracts because you do not wish to pay them any benefits, because you do not wish to pay them any pensions. That is poverty. That is confining you to a life of poverty. Second, a state will degenerate and will become a failed state if the government is unable to deliver the services that it is expected to deliver to its citizens. And therefore, you must have a public service that is motivated, trained, and resourced to do its job as a public service. If you systematically go about destroying the public service, you are systematically going about destroying your nation. That's the reality. And so, there cannot be two public services operating. One on quote-unquote contract and another public service. There could only be one public service. And I think in my response, you will get what my answer is. That is something that will end once the National Democratic Congress forms the next government.
You hear lie?
That is another lie, Mary.
You hear lie?
Mary, that is another lie.
A big lie too.
Play that again.
You cannot tell me
Mary, listen
that
a lie.
you care about the persons who you work with if you put them in a position where they are unable to get a mortgage, they are unable to buy a car, because you are giving them deliberately 6-month and 12-month contracts because you do not wish to pay them any benefits, because you do not wish to pay them any pensions. That is poverty. That is confining you to a life of poverty. Second, a state will degenerate and will become a failed state if the government is unable to deliver the services that it is expected to deliver to its citizens. And therefore, you must have a public service that is motivated, trained, and resourced to do its job as a public service. If you systematically go about destroying the public service, you are systematically going about destroying your nation. That's the reality. And so, there cannot be two public services operating. One on quote-unquote contract and another public service. There could only be one public service. And I think in my response, you will get what my answer is. That is something that will end once the National Democratic Congress forms the next government.
And I 22 months now. Eh?
That is lie. And I'm sure.
And that is a lie.
I am sure, statistically sure, right, that in 22 months, this government has hired more people on contract than any other government that run this country. Prove me wrong. Let's take the call. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, bro!
Bro! Watch. Time coming short, you know.
Very short.
Yeah, very short. We had to do something, you know. We had to take it straight.
Yeah.
We can't sit down and talk. So that don't help us go nowhere. We had to take it straight. Who we see, well, I don't know what to say besides that now. Who we see, we have to clear the way them. Let it clear the way. You understand? We talking, that raining again.
But if it's one time I support you,
it's today.
That is today. Yeah, we have to organize and take to the street in an orderly way to show these people that they are destroying this country.
Yeah.
We have to take a stand.
Yeah, some stand have to take, man. We can sit down, so. This boy can rule a selfish shop according to most less you rule a country.
Don't make them don't embarrass them saltfish shop because they just restock and you're always getting saltfish. But these guys and them, you don't always getting what is yours.
Man, we can stay so, man.
Line
ready for action, you know.
All right, man.
Right.
Don't worry, my
clip
friend.
there with Lennox Andrew talking about the surplus. I'm ready for it yet, but let me break down what the Prime Minister just said. And I agree with him to a certain point, you know. Grenada is a failed state.
It is.
Under his government. Because we still have two public services because they're giving more contracts.
More contracts.
Which he said was illegal.
And more money, and not just more contracts, but more money added to these contracts.
The procurement and everything. If the Ministry of Finance personnel go and ask the police how to help motivate them, they know the public service is not motivated. And he say, if the public service is not motivated, it's a failed state.
Failed state.
The situation of health care is a failed state.
Failed state.
Agriculture.
Failed state.
So I agree with you, Dick Mitchell. Since you come, it's a failed state. So that is why the next election I tell them they have to vote all out, they have to go.
Yeah.
And I know when I be bad that just happened to all 15 others happened to all.
15.
So others happened to all of the people I know let all you know they just steady all you.
As Coach has
whom
said.
the Lord love. be chastened.
Yes, most definite.
So yes, when you talk about a failed state, because this government is not delivering the service the people vote them in for.
No.
They are delivering for themselves by increasing ministers' pay by 110%. Who else get? So they're not delivering the service they were voted for. And I want somebody to call me and tell me which service they deliver.
Yeah. Which one?
And the only up and up and up we see is the government ministers' pay. That's the only up.
And prices in the supermarket.
Prices in the supermarket holding people by the eyeball.
$100 is $5 right now. Yeah.
Now, sir, must we have about 5,000 people to cut water in.
They know where to start, where to turn, where to start.
Now, some people afraid to go and cut people water the amount, you know. And some of the people, water, what done to cut is people the government used to help. It's like not handout and handout. It's people the government used to help Igwe. And this government stop. So you're not delivering the service the people want. Because you have people who can pay. The means to afford them. And then you still take the work like those in Carriacou, those on the airport, and all faith organization and CJs and them. You still take the work. And on the estate and them.
Chatters on the street is
so they're
all...
making here a failed state.
Chatters on the street is also telling us what is happening to the housing program that they so boast about. I'm understanding that those different business people in lumber here, they stop issue lumber to the government and to recipients because of non-payments.
I didn't want to see that.
Yes. That's a serious one, you know. People
You have
getting
persons
material.
waiting to complete their homes months now, and they cannot get materials because the different lumber yards and so not releasing because of by government. Challenge me on that. Challenge me on that. These are the kind of things that the people, cannot stand, right? And you keep bamboozling people over and over. As long as it's for the poor and vulnerable and those who cannot afford to build the houses and so is a problem. They have houses, the Chinese government give it to them, you take it away and sell it. Huh? You take away $150 from the most vulnerable of our people.
Let's take it, kids. Check your phone.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah, when you go to the supermarket now and you pick up size more than $100, you can't pull your small bag no more. This is what's still happening in the supermarket now. And medication is almost $200 for a plastic bag, one plastic bag. And at the end of the day, is that what we St. David's people put the Nigerian Prime Minister to do? Oh, it's a shame, man.
All right, Carl.
Right.
Now, the last budget presented by the new National Party before election, the present Prime Minister referred to the budget as tokenism. Now, the situation cost of living then, the NNP moved into a way to alleviate a lot of things by capping gas and having a basket of goods zero rated. So something has been done. You say tokenism.
There was no tax on water.
Yeah, call?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Me again. Watch, Master Carl, is it true that the people in schools have to pay more money to mess? That what you hearing?
Well, we go put the mark on our bar.
Yeah,
I hear now what's raising the people thing. They want to call it the sewer thing, you know.
Because this we had to go and take out some picture down there, you know, the lady.
Yeah, because I hear
Yeah, she see how the sewer coming down in she place.
Yeah, we could take top shot.
Yeah. All right, caller. So when the Prime Minister in the clip there on, just say about if you don't deliver any services, because we have clipping with Dennis Carno say how the people saying he and Joseph Andado Levine, but where they go get the money? But Lennox Andrew, Devon represents say he have money in surplus. So why they not delivering the service to the people? Because if you have money and you don't deliver any service to the people, I agree with him, it's a failed state he creating here.
The money go in different places, not to those who need it.
You have to be a failed state. Because you're
In fact,
not...
Mr. Speaker, I would even go further. From a pure economic point of view and a pure economic analysis point of view to indicate the performance of government. If I had my way, I will introduce a new performance indicator in addition to what is there in the bill. And that one is referred to as the current account balance. And the current account balance is the difference between your current revenues and your current expenditure. And your current revenues are your tax revenues and your non-tax revenues. Yeah? And I've already explained what is your current expenditure. When you subtract your current revenues from the current expenditure, you obtain your current account balance. Mr. Speaker, that current account balance, from our numbers I would have recollected, has always been positive, and it as high as 5% of gross domestic product, which means that we have millions of dollars, which means that the government and our government has been able to collect enough revenue, tax and non-tax, to pay wages and salaries, to pay goods and services, to pay interest payments, and to pay transfer and subsidies, and still have a lot of money left. We call it a surplus. And that surplus could go directly, if you so desire, go directly into meeting your capital needs. Good?
I have a question here for you, Master Carl or Devon. Anyone that know, I'll go answer. Good afternoon, gentlemen. We would like to know what is the issue with the old vehicles they have on the site where the pump was in telescope. I don't know about that. The old vehicles. I don't know. Let me to ask all you.
I don't know that.
You don't know about that?
The old vehicle.
Anybody know, Carlos?
That concerning the gravel and concrete issue, I guess.
Well, they say by the dump.
Oh, okay.
Have the site where the dump was in telescope.
Ah.
Where the dump was in telescope.
Nah, I can't.
You don't know?
No.
Alright, so now we move on. If we don't...
But I have some little information, serious information that I myself had gathered. Right? And I have receipt for it. Do you know, for the last couple of weeks, at least 4 to 5 weeks, anyone that went to any one of the general hospitals, in Maryborough, St. George's, and you take an x-ray, there is no radiologist to read that x-ray. As a matter of fact, and I call me and tell me a lie. I have my receipt. I could tell all you. There was an instance where a young child went to Maryborough Hospital, did an x-ray, and the doctor couldn't get the results because the person was on vacation. The person, the following week, the said young person, the parents took them to the general hospital to do the same x-ray, and they got the same answers. The radiologist is not there. They are on holiday. So you want to tell us that a country that service over 100,000 people have one person reading x-rays?
Could never.
Well, we dead.
Yeah, could never.
The delivery of service, they one.
That's why I raised that point, you know. The delivery of service to the people.
And once the service...
who need it.
And in the Prime Minister's own analogy, once the service is not being delivered to the people, it's a failed state.
It is.
Please a clip by me again for
Mr.
me.
Telesford, what is wrong?
So that's what belly full now, man. So that's what don't worry that again.
Yeah, he belly full now. Why RBT
No, don't call people name. We don't promote nobody.
Yeah, Mr.
A
Telesford,
financial institution.
What is going on, Mr. Telesford, in the Ministry of Health? 22 months you in office, and there's only one radiologist in the hospitals?
Could never.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, my friend.
And a pleasant afternoon to your listening to the listening audience. You know, I listening to you all. I mean, it's for some time now, and I want to say it, and I want to say it here. No, after the last election, I definitely give the NDC the benefit of the doubt. I said to myself, well, NNP been in office for quite a while. So now that the ball is in their court, I want to see how well they will handle it. Now, I want to say to the NDC that the election cycle is very short. Time is not on your side. The majority of things you promise have not been done. I don't expect all promises to get done. But when you promise too much, that's the problem because it makes you look as a liar. I remember all the talk. I remember all the talk about the cost of living. And that is something I would have really liked to see them move on as soon as they get into office. Today, nothing much has been done. If not, we can say maybe nothing has been done. I want to say to politicians, when overpromise and underdeliver is a recipe for disaster. Gentlemen, have a pleasant afternoon.
Thank you, my friend. Field State. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kalevi. From time this government came in, this party came into governance. Grenada, we're going history as one of the most failed government that we ever passed in Grenada, Caribbean, and Peter Martin. The way you have a prime minister, he have no knowledge of governing. The chauffeur and behind him have no knowledge of governing. Well, that's why you pick some men to drive a vehicle. And the driver can drive, the conductor can drive. The only swinging, only bunks, left, right, and center. And brother Carl, I want to say again, some of them people talking wonderful words, nice words, enticing words. But what they're accusing you of, that's what they're doing. I remember under the previous government, there was workers that was temporary, the teachers, nurses, and they were made permanent. They were made permanent. And no country, Master Carl, everybody got to be permanent. And I always say, half of loaf is better than nothing. It's better to be on track and not to be working. But what this government, this NDC government, while I was in governance, while they was in a position, they was the government was keeping contract. And then say, actually people are going vote for them. When they vote for them, there will be no contract workers. Everybody going to be permanent. And what they are doing, I don't think there is anybody presently under the government that will make permanent. All what they are doing is contract. So like under NMP, contract was illegal, but under this government, contract is illegal now. So you come on like wrong under NMP, right under NMP is wrong, and wrong under this government that is right. Wrong will be wrong. And when you have a government, they don't know, they have no knowledge, they have no vision. It's just like everybody did what they want. Government can say what they want to do. They have no plan. It's like when you want to sleep and you dream about something and get up, you will try to implement it. You won't think as to whether it makes sense or it don't make sense. Once they think about something, they will come and try to do it. And that's how the government operates. They call it the government of voop. They voop by what they think about.
Right call.
Devon, them and them not delivering on their promises.
They have not delivered at all.
You cannot tell me that you care about the persons who you work with if you put them in a position where they are unable to get a mortgage. They are unable to buy a car because you are giving them deliberately 6-month and 12-month contracts because you do not wish to pay them any benefits, because you do not wish to pay them any pensions. That is poverty. That is confining you to a life of poverty. Second, a state will degenerate and will become a failed state if the government is unable to deliver the services that it is expected to deliver to its citizens. And therefore, you must have a public service that is motivated, trained, and resource to do its job as a public service. If you systematically go about destroying the public service, you are systematically going about destroying your nation. That's the reality. And so there cannot be two public services operating, one on quote-unquote contract and another public service. There could only be one public service. And I think in my response you will get what my answer is. That is something that will end once the National Democratic Congress forms the next government.
And that was a lie.
Really lie.
Because it is 22 months now, it don't end.
No.
Yeah, take the call.
Matter of fact, he increase. Good afternoon.
Yes, everyone, I come back in there. I heard a caller spoke and say about the toilet, about they don't have water. They didn't, under MNP, they give people toilet and they don't have water. The one, the whole of bushes you could say that the people up here was under that program. And we have water, we get the toilet, and we get water. I miss that MNP government. These people and them not doing nothing for nobody. And you know what has hurt me? The people that campaign for NDC, the children can get a job and they catch in the hell. They catch in the hell, I'm telling you. Nothing they're doing for them, nothing. I don't know why Grenadians just go and vote for these people. Some of them ain't saying nothing. They don't say nothing at all, they must shut. Saturday already tell me they're having a demonstration tomorrow in Tongue. I don't know what the demonstration is about. I don't know. They don't do nothing for nobody. The man tell me this morning with the houses that burn, they give them people a house up there. Temporary, apparently the houses for them to live. Grenadians go and vote these people and put them there and people see in trouble in this country. People see in trouble in this country. Claudette was in the way. I said, Miss Lady, I don't like nobody in Grenada. They don't like people. I want to know what's wrong with their mind. I shame as Mr. Andrews and my former boss in the Ministry of Finance. He was the permanent secretary. These people don't care. They don't care. What's going to become of them when they leave office? How they go walk the street of Grenada when all the streets are your own people that way? And when all you decide to break the place in Lagoon Road, break everybody. Don't leave the lady with the road alone. Don't leave her alone. All you choose to live. Go with everybody. If you break in, break everybody place. And if you leave in, leave everybody.
And the one by the hospital.
And yes, you understand? It's not right. You all have children. Some of you all have parents. Or you have grandparents, aunts and uncles. People have to eat. They have to pay the bills. I know how it is. I know how it is. Because I'm feeling the weight that you are going through there right now. We're struggling on the terminal to make $1. And every day, when the van and them pass, with the turbo and they pass with the monster, the price going up. $10 for a monster, you know. $10.
What?
You have $10 for a monster. Right now, the kind of scarce. $10 for a Welch. If people wanted that, yes. A Welch is $10. Every time the van pass, the price gone up. So, Mr. Deacon Mitchell, I don't know what you're doing. I don't see the Prime Minister. And Dr. Mitchell used to pass and ask us in the town of St. George in the market as the vendors how things going. The police running everybody on the sidewalk. The police, they're moving everybody on the sidewalk. I'm sorry for them. But that's what they vote for. That is what they vote for. You understand? Have a good evening, Grenada.
All right, my dear. You know, I was just browsing through, social media yesterday, and I saw a comment, right, of one person making reference to the early payments out of public workers on the 12th, that was Friday. And, that person was basically, making a joke out of this thing oh, how come they not jumping up now and glad and shouting out because they get paid early? I mean, that is so disgusting.
Not disgusting. If they had to go down to that level to justify this government what assault, because that's what government supposed to do.
That is a duty of the government.
And them what bring it into fortnight pay. So them what have to do it.
You employ persons, you have to pay them and pay them on time.
You don't do them no favor.
No favors if you decide to pay them 2 or 3 days before, but you must not pay them late. That must never happen.
Because they have surplus.
We have money.
You have something for me?
But in the meantime, while persons are getting paid on the 12th, there are other workers who just getting paid
for the last time.
For the last month. Not this fortnight gone, you know, but for the last end of month.
Them people them are doing the road work. Ask them when last they get paid.
Make it make sense. Public workers. Mr. Grimes, and you know that. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, my friend.
How you doing?
Be good.
Right. I just want to give my little bit on what I see happening in our country. Now, gentlemen, I don't know if you're all aware of it, but it's a government that has the most, is level to have the most corruption among its members, its parliamentarian, its cabinet members, and all associated. It's the most corruption I hear for a long time. Starting from the head, right down. So I want to say to them, I hope they can deal with the issue as soon as possible, because that will only cause festering and festering. Because one get the privilege and they say he get away, and next one do it and he get away. What will happen? It leave room for anybody else and the lower echelon of our country to do anything. Not withholding the plight of the poor people as we see it fit. We need to advocate and continue to let the world know how they have been treating our poor people, the young men, young women in our country. Those who are aspiring to look for work, well, you know, they have to put their back on the ground first before they could get work, or if they want to retain the work for some of these guys and them. So I'm saying that to say, let us deal with the situation now. Don't let it fester too bad, because I am sure that we're going to be labeled as the #1 country under this regime for corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And we done rating for corruption already.
Yeah, we done
so
already.
Let's be careful. Mm-hmm. Okay, gentlemen, you all guys have.
You want change the time for the press conference?
No, I wish it was me.
Because they on the airport down there already, you know. I don't know why they waiting until 7 o'clock. They planning some lies again. They going in the lab and plan some lies for 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So tell them for me, start the press conference.
Okay.
Because they doing on the airport already. Why is he hold back?
Oh, so they waiting for the Prime Minister to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope he could deal with the matters one time on the airport, and he should call a press conference at one time immediately to deal with the issue.
Mm-hmm. All right, brother.
All right, bro. So, Master Call, you take care.
Yeah.
You and you're not responding, man.
Yes, man.
Okay.
You good?
Right. Yeah, man.
All right.
We have a comment here from a school child again. If contract work is illegal, anything illegal means an offense has been committed, punishable by law. Simply put it at this administration, is committing a series of offenses punishable by law. I hope they know that.
It's okay.
How will the Prime Minister know that?
It's okay.
5 years is next week, yo.
Yeah.
How do you feel 5 years long?
No, but by the time
next week, yo.
By the time 5 years up, all of them go be almost millionaires.
What, they get in jail still?
Yeah, that won't stop them from getting jail.
They're still getting it.
They might just have a little money to pay lawyers and so, right? Unlike some people trend, they don't have the luxury to do that. But this is a serious issue, right? Because we continue to support a government that is bent on corrupt practices in government. Look at what they, Lord of His mercy, and people, please pay attention to the direction of your government. Listen to the ministers and their utterance.
So they don't airport only, they have to go in the lab and plant some lies, and then 7 o'clock, they go come and lie to the people.
Well, as usual. That's what they're made of.
So they're not delivering Devon?
No.
You enter something before?
Yeah, they're not delivering.
And next time you see the National Democratic Congress gets back into office, I say there will be an agricultural revolution in Grenada. I say there will be a turnaround of this economy. I say when they can bring virus, they can bring whatever pandemic they want, whatever hurricane will come, when we embark on our way to agriculture, we will survive any crisis that hit this nation. That is the direction, that is the level of independence we want it with our people, my brothers and sisters. We don't want no economy that when we have a simple hurricane and a simple pandemic, that our people are going into a state of panic. We want an economy where we can survive without the planes coming here. We want an economy, my brothers and sisters, where we can survive even though the boats cannot come here and the cruise ships cannot come here.
Where you living?
I don't know.
So this guy is the Minister of Agriculture.
Was.
Not was.
All right.
He's the Minister of Tourism.
Tourism now.
And he say the boat are not coming, so he beating up on tourism by that.
Beat that.
But do we have to wait for a crisis for agriculture to kickstart?
No.
Because I was saying, if you have a crisis, they could bring that. So because you don't have a crisis, nothing is being done in agriculture. Are we to assume that? So Prime Minister, there another way again, you're not delivering the service.
Yes.
So it's a failed state. Based on your utterances. Because see, once this service is not being delivered, it's a failed state. And as we see, no services is being delivered only for yourself by taking 110% increase in salaries. Let's take the call.
And farmers. Good afternoon.
Happening in agriculture, so happened to marketing board now.
I was about to say marketing board. What is going on with marketing board?
Did they only airport down to 7 o'clock? Somebody are going to ask them that.
Ask them that question.
Because they reach already, they are going to plan some lies for 7 o'clock.
They eating finger foods and so.
Eh?
Yeah, they long they are already planning the lies.
But planning lies doesn't mean they could get through with it, you know.
Well, they get you so far.
They get through and win an election, so they're trying it again.
But you see, the thing is, when I say, I don't tell me, okay, you can't say that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Don't end the program saying that.
All right.
Have a good day, sir.
I was going to tell me since they're coming from Cuba, do the press conference in Spanish.
Yeah.
Grenadians who dealing with talk the truth in Spanish.
Talk the truth in Spanish.
You will make it out. That's a good one.
But you see, they can't take chance with the Grenadians and Spanish because a lot of us study in Cuba.
In Cuba. Let it come with it.
So let it come with it. Good afternoon.
Yeah, once again, you have the clip where you say there's no poor people in Grenada.
No poor people in Grenada?
Yes,
Master Cam. What clip is that?
I guess what he say, you go alleviate poverty, which is not, we don't make any sense because
Talk about shook off a pen, man.
Right.
All right.
Marketing board. What is happening to our farmers and their produce? Right? We have seen produce from the farmers to the consumer table, right? I mean, the prices have been, skyrocketing.
It's called electrified.
You know, I mean, that's a serious thing because one, the farmers are being affected. They are selling less, even producing less. And when it gets to the market, the price skyrockets. The consumer is the one paying the price. The average consumer who does not have a job, right, who is dependent either on the state or their family to survive. And so they have to face the supermarkets or even the market to get those produce. Yet for all the prices, there is no price control. And then the government come in and close down marketing board. The one avenue that farmers and consumers have, right, to cushion the effect. And so you take it away and you talk about a government who cares about the poor and vulnerable.
They're not delivering.
I mean, what is going on? Every single sector you have touched, you poison it. The housing sector, the health sector, the agriculture, the youth, right? Unemployment is skyrocketing. The only persons that are getting job is your goons and them that are getting big $6,000 and $7,000 a month contract. Right? And they're living happy.
And just under the procurement thing, they'll get $100,000.
Somebody with tight pink shoes to visit house inside? Housing Gee, I read that too loud. I'm supposed to read that.
Before the end of the year, mark my words, before the end of the year, you see that procurement business, this thing that they move from 15,000 to 100,000? Now you're going to see corruption. Now you're going to see projects that value $20,000 and $25,000 being given to persons for $80,000 and $90,000 with no questions asked. We're going to see it. We're not predicting it because they are laying the foundation for it.
Well, just how nation builders they get the money before they register.
Imagine that. Before people even know nation builders was existing, they get $500,000. Oops. I mean, come on. Grenadians, we need to pay more attention. Yes, I know some of you all say, oh, Master Carl and Romain and Igwe and all these guys on the radio only talking. You know what? We will continue to bring the message to the Grenadian people. The awareness of this country is important. That is why we're here. So no apologies to nobody.
Advocates.
Right. So the marketing board are open on Young Street. What going on with that? That don't function. A place. Well, you could call it a place now.
Well, I mean,
it's no longer marketing board.
Well, I guess it might be a little shop. Maybe a shop.
So somebody personal just selling a little thing.
Perhaps I don't know. I haven't investigated, you know. Okay. And so, but I mean, there is no avenues for the people, not the farmers, not the consumers, to cushion. Right? Marketing board was set up to help farmers. Right? Just while you help the farmers, the consumer, the average consumer will be helped with low prices and fresh fruits and vegetables.
But you see the press conference going on now?
It's going on now.
So they say they don't work late.
Well, okay, well, all right. So
who they change the time? I don't know. Just like I tell you, they don't have no plan.
No, they have no
in and out the dusty window, blah, black sheep.
You see, they're trying to defect people away from the press conference, whoever do it, by saying it is put off to that time. So a lot of people will, okay, I'll wait until 7 and go about their merry way. And then while everybody going about the merry way, they start with the press conference. What are you hiding?
Tricks.
Yeah, Carl? Let's see.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, Mr. the marijuana now I want to speak. That's my last call for the evening.
Come in.
Right.
The ganja.
The Prime Minister promised the Rastafarian in Grenada, he will legalize marijuana. I heard on the news with Clouden and them and Mr. Andrews, they have some community, some thing with the policeman that they give this work day and others. They say, but I want to tell you Rasta men and them, if they legalize marijuana in Grenada, you're not only getting a bite. That go be for the big shot friends. Mark my word, that go be for the big shot friends. Are you only able to plant a ganja tree in a garden? Are you not able to? Because I'm telling you, do you laugh in the way? I want to know if Deacon Mitchell ever smoke a split.
Real talk still.
Maurice Bishop smoke
a split.
Maurice Bishop smoke a split, you know, already?
More than one?
Maurice used to smoke marijuana with us.
Exactly.
Maurice, I used to buy ganja to bring for he and Radix down in the house where they was down there. Yeah.
Deacon mightn't smoke split, but he
What
know to
I'm
go and
saying
stand up by
is,
marijuana
Master
tree.
Carl, he used that to get the Rasta men and them to vote during the campaign. But they were not able to plant a ganja tree.
What you heard in the committee?
Watch. Crown, you know. That devil. No apology. That devil. And them alone are going to benefit Rastafarian. Them alone are going to benefit Crown and them. They're going to benefit. And their big friends. They're going to benefit if they ever pass that law to legalize marijuana. They will still lock up for you. Look at they hold some people in that thing without much. Ganja, that's the only thing. Them young people in the tongue smoking, they lighting it up and they lighting up that kush. And the terminal, police passing, stinkers. They can't do nothing.
Smelling good.
And I don't like they lighting it up as they going and smoke. No police will tell me nothing. When I talk and I open my mouth, when somebody stress me, then the police want to go with me.
You see, light up the chalice like we burn down room.
But them guys and them smoking the ganja, they going. They don't have nothing to do.
Some of them
They
would
want
tell
to
them say
walk.
unless the prime minister don't get charged, they don't take in a week charge. They
No,
don't
that.
take in
Because they
no
would have
week.
And them
marijuana
need
tree.
the iron dog to secure the
To
weed.
make people feel
So it's not bringing in gun to walking.
in ganja. You don't like people, Mr. Deacon Mitchell, you don't like nobody. And I just pray to God that me and you bounce up face to face. I used to see you in the court face to face. Because what I have to tell you, sir, you're making them put me in the jail. And I don't like that. You have to treat people right in this country. Because poor people that work and build this country. Poor people that work and build this country. Some always say Dr. Mitchell didn't do nothing. That's why you have to suffer. Grenada under a dark cloud. A dark cloud is over Grenada. Look what's going on in Israel. And them place. What's going on? Eh? Bad mind people in this country. Have a good evening. I don't call him back again. I screw up my mind.
Don't worry,
I screw up my
Cabby.
mind.
Take care.
Mr. Mitchell, you have to be careful in Grenada. The table go turn. The table has to turn.
It will turn.
Have a good evening.
All right, darling. Take care. Yes. We need as we strive.
We have a next call.
Let's take it one time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell them go and raid cloud in the mountain. We all the weed. I say so.
Well, the prime minister, the prime minister was posing in a wee tree, you know.
I said, tell them to go and raid cloud in the
And
mountain.
the policemen and them know where to go.
Well, they know where to go.
That's why he want to fire the commissioner.
No, man, you don't want them to fire the commission.
He had the most weed incentive.
All right.
In a mountain there.
Oh, hi,
Them you tell them say they don't take in no charge.
Yeah, but I mean, it is.
And that's a problem.
They
Is the police are getting stressed?
Yeah, they have of
So-
course, they have a clear policy on this thing. And
So like the weed start to grow already, Devon.
yeah, man. We start to grow already.
So people who have
We
access to members of the committee might start already because they know.
Yeah, they're preparing and who have money. Because you see, one of the creative factor, one of the most serious factor in this whole thing is that the persons who will eventually get involved in it is those who have the money to pay the license, right? To have the farms and everything like that, bringing all the equipment to do what is necessary and required to even export and that sort of things. And most of the Rasta men who been plying that trade and doing whatever, they can't afford that. No. It's an insult to them. This is not what they basically sign up for. And so I mean, they lie so much, even to the Rastas and all. They lie.
They remind you of the revolution.
Of course.
Just people not dying now.
Of course.
Same pattern.
Yes, but people not dying by the guns.
Yeah.
But they dying through, stress and everything that this government is doing to them. I mean, I was a part of the revolution, and when I see certain things during the revolution that was going on, I couldn't say much, right? But I did not agree, but I couldn't say. And I up to this day, these things, I mean, but you know what? History will resolve us and lead us. But I continue to appeal to Greenland. Why should we as a people continue to sit down and tolerate this group of vultures right? Raping and pilfering the country. Right? Look at the ministers, they're getting fat off a Grenada Development Bank. A few of them. 100% increase on the salaries. And so, imagine, as a minister, you're doing nothing to show for the last 22 months. And you are being rewarded. In some instances, $13,000, $14,000 a month. In other instances, $24,000 a month. Is that right? And some of us going and sit down here and decide not to say or do anything about it? Come on, we should be ashamed of ourselves. When something is wrong, irrespective of who is doing it, it is wrong. Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon, you're talking about poor people. Let me talk about the hospital. Look at the poor people can't even go in the hospital to get some good medication to take care of themselves. Look at this amount of money these people and them pulling when the money come. You have real poor people in this country. They can't even buy some sugar when they come. But look at this government and them salary. Look at the state of this salary. The salary is big, huge more than everybody own, than the previous administration owned. I see people can't even buy can't even drink a cup of hot water on a morning sometimes to go to work. And these people and them think is what they're doing there is good. Mr. Deacon Mitchell that is one of the most wickedest prime minister I ever come across in history. First prime minister I see that's so evil. He don't have a conscience at all. Man, watch. We have to get up and get rid of these people and them. These people and them have to time longer than twine. Right. What? We have to get these people and them out of Grenada. They are too wicked, they are too mischievous. Look at me, I just come out and do a medical quite in Trinidad. It cost me a fortune, and first you don't have what they had to do here. It cost me a fortune. Man, watch, these people and them have to get out of Grenada, man.
Yeah.
We have to get these people and them out.
But here the big joke, before you go. The press conference, the Prime Minister saying what? In the coming weeks, the ministers will explain what MOU they sign. And they say, the press conference will also explain that. Papi show.
So he changed him out again? A big papi show. And listen this. This is not now they ask Cuba was asking them to come, They refused to go the last time.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
They refused to go. But now because the Grenadian people don't want them, they jump in plane and start playing kind of thing and say they go in and sign MOU in Cuba. Waste of time to this government. Crap, we'll go smoke the pipe just now. Let it go ahead. Anyway, guys, take care.
All right, my friend. Have a wonderful evening. Grenadians you're dealing with? Yeah, it's amazing to see how this group of politicians. I always will stay on the Prime Minister. How can you sleep at night, Mr. Prime Minister? When there are persons out there who don't know where the next meal coming from, but you renting a property for over $20,000 a month. You know how much persons in Grenada could do with $15,000 out of that money? Giving them $500 a piece? To help them do the daily chores? Are you considering that? And I'm speaking to you and your ministers now, Mr. Prime Minister. Right? For the things that you are continuing to do to the Grenadian people. Starving them of services that they need. And making excuses every time that you cannot provide that service. Right? Yes, Grenada is a failed state when it comes to you as a government in office. Grenada is failing. Every day we going down. Not up, but we going down and down. The only thing that is going up is your salary, the prices in the supermarket, and victimization.
Up and up and up.
Continue
inside poor people.
Inside poor people. The vulnerable of our persons who need the help of the government.
Let me squeeze our last one.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm going to go by seniority. Master Carl. Good evening.
What make me senior?
Listen, no, man. Like my perspective.
Okay, all right. See, let's go by perspective.
Me not the say, you know.
You want go?
Seniority doesn't mean all the time age.
No, we know that. We know that.
That sound like New York.
Play the main factor.
All right.
That sound like New
Brother
York.
Devon.
Brother.
Brother Devon.
Yes, my brother.
What's going on?
I did.
Don't let the Prime Minister raise your pressure now,
No, he can't raise my pressure. I go be.
I know you past childbearing. I know you past childbearing age.
I go be on him like wet clothes.
Oh yeah. Like white and rice.
Yeah. Not fish and rice, you know.
Yeah, not fish and rice.
Not
white on rice.
White on rice. Like white off on fish. Mr. Igwe.
Hey.
What's going on?
You
You good?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're there, man.
Listen. Folks say, some people would say, in the revolution, Morris Bishop killed how much people, and we know the dialogue and the process. That's not the conversation. But in the perspective of revolution, it's a revolution. So, what was it? Counter-revolutionary. If it was a counter, you're in trouble. That kind of perspective they had it laid out. But the death throes are taking place in Grenada right now. We have no revolution in Grenada right now, There's no revolution in Grenada. So there should be no way people suffering that bad enough. Way it's affecting them, they're affecting the health to cause them their life.
We have restorative
really
justice.
There we go. That is what I was reading to. Thank you, my friend. There we go. And that is what the folks on the ground in Grenada are paying attention. Well, some of them not paying and some of them not paying attention to. Right? But you remember there was a saying after the election, Grenada had the best government now and the best prime minister in the history. I have a good friend. Well, I just always tell people, folks don't really pay attention to this political party that's in office right now. Because a lot of the people who does be singing their songs of praise and encouragement to the masses, when they shit hit the fan, what do? They run to hell out of Grenada.
Fly out.
Point instead.
After fly out.
After the revolution, Devon, you know who it is now, and our personal conversation, we go have that talk. I will die about that. I talk about classmates in TBSS level. Next to me, remember who used to sit down next to me on the desk? In the front? Remember I used to always sit up front in class? Yeah, the young man used to sit next to me. After the election, he came about, you know, the best government, You know where he is now? Well, he came down. He came down for after 3 weeks now. But right after, he retired from now and come and get a work on JFK. Wow. In Brooklyn, in New York, yeah. So then I asked him, I said, but if Grenada had the best government now and the best prime minister, why you run?
Why flee jurisdiction?
Why you put up a eviction notice and run? Why?
He alone know.
He alone know.
He alone know.
Because that's what a lot of them have done. He's not the only one. There's a lot of people who leaving Grenada right now because they always had the papers to touch down and live in the States without having to worry. They have their citizenship by citizenship, or they had their green card. They're working in Grenada. There's a lot of people working in Grenada who have the green card. Because once you have employment letter from a company like Nawasa, Grenada, and them places, you are entitled. You could stay in Grenada and work.
Yeah.
Till you retire. Uncle Sam ain't coming after you.
No.
You're paying your little taxes. The taxes are a lot less than the people who are living and working here.
Yeah, man.
So they enjoy that. That benefit. They put the best government in place, And after the government go in place and water more than flour, now they run for America and they're walking up here now.
Boss,
next week, call all, yeah.
We run out of time.
Anyway.
Hit me on the horn.
All right.
The program was such a good program, I didn't want to interrupt.
All right, okay, man.
So as I here prepare my Sunday meal.
All right, okay, man.
I will call John before it's done.
All right, okay.
brother.
Right.
One love.
So, Devon, I told you.
Bless.
I told you, Devon, they taking advice of the press conference, but they call a press conference to say they go have a press conference.
They call a press conference
To say they go have a press
No, because they don't get the advice from me. I have to tell them what to do.
No, well, you stop.
Is media taking?
You stop it.
Is media taking advice from? So
I just
they did not get the advice from me. Because when they say I was 7 o'clock,
anytime you start,
I couldn't have time to advise them before 7.
Yeah,
so Real FM they taking the cue from
new media.
So when we talk, like when we come here Wednesday and we talk thing again, they might have the press conference Thursday.
So they waiting.
Yes.
Up and away.
You tell me candidly, too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah.